An internal investigation into social media posts, allegedly by CBP employees, mocking migrant deaths and bashing Democrats.
I haven't seen it. I will say this. Certain members of Congress say very bad things and lie and exaggerate. And Border Patrol people are tough people. They're not happy about it.
Democrats on Capitol Hill are expected to hear from top immigration officials next week about the controversial posts and the growing crisis on the southern border.
President Trump created this problem without congressional support, and I think the next president, should it be me, will end so much of this problem taking executive actions.
A recent report from the Homeland Security Department's Inspector General detailed severe overcrowding issues at CBP facilities. Investigators also described children with no access to showers or hot meals.
I've seen some of those places, and they are run beautifully. They're clean, they're good. They do a great job.
The president blames the overcrowding at CBP facilities on congressional Democrats and wants lawmakers to deliver a comprehensive border security plan.
The Trump administration says those planned raids will target undocumented migrants who either missed a court hearing or received deportation orders. At times tonight, quick bursts of rain. A look here just outside the News Center 7 studios on North Main Street as our crew headed north into Oakwood. This all lasted just about 5 minutes, but again, came down at a pretty good clip. And Chief Meteorologist McCall Vrydaghs joins us. I love this piece of video you're about to show, folks.
Yeah, and this video that I'm going to show is the storm that created that heavy rain over downtown. And it was over 20 miles away. I took this time-lapse video from Troy. Check out this thunderstorm as it continues to bubble up. You get the heat of the day. Then as we start to approach the sunset hour, what's going to happen is that thunderstorm begins to weaken, and you see the upward development starts to become a bit more shallow. We get closer and closer to sunset, and then that storm actually just dissipates. That's something that we see a lot during the summertime. You get into the peak heating of the day, and those storms really can ramp up. But as you get closer and closer to sunset, then they start to diminish quickly. A very cool time lapse there. If you want to see it, if you want to share it, I've posted it on my Facebook page. Live Doppler 7 radar, nothing to track for you now. All is quiet now that the sun has set, and it's been set for quite some time. Off to the west, still a few showers out in Indiana, but other than that, we'll just be dealing with some residual cloud cover that skirts on through for the rest of tonight. With the clouds breaking a bit, winds relaxing, there is some moisture still left over. Some patchy fog is possible by early tomorrow morning. It is still rather warm and muggy out there. We're at 83 degrees. Most spots around the Miami Valley still sitting in the low 80s. Off to the west in Indianapolis in the upper 70s, just because you saw a little bit more wet weather for a little bit of a longer period of time into the evening hours. For the remainder of the night, temperatures slowly tick downward. We get down to about 73 degrees by tomorrow morning, so it is going to be rather mild to start the day and a good jump-off point for how warm it will get tomorrow afternoon. Now, because of the humidity still out there, the high heat that's on the way, we're going to be looking at the threat for some thunderstorms for the second half of tomorrow. In fact, there is a marginal risk that a few of those storms may become severe. Greatest concerns with those storms are going to be damaging winds, perhaps some minor flooding, because these storms will be slow moving and they produce a lot of rain, much like we saw out there today. So if they sit over one area for a long period of time, that can create that flooding, and perhaps some hail. Not a setup for tornadoes this time around. Here's Futurecast will take you through your day tomorrow to help you plan, especially if you have any outdoor activities. 8:30 in the morning, some patchy fog possible, otherwise partly to mostly cloudy skies. By lunchtime, we'll see a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, perhaps a few downpours, very isolated, beginning to bubble up. But watch what happens once we get past noontime. The showers and thunderstorms start to become a bit more numerous and more widespread for the remainder of the day. Now, that being said, some spots will be dealing with downpours while others are dry and perhaps dealing with a lot of sunshine. So go ahead and enjoy your afternoon, but if you hear the rumble of thunder, head indoors. For the remainder of the evening hours, a hit or miss shower with thunderstorms through sunset, and then once again the sun goes down and those chances for storms go along with it. We'll be at 76 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll rise to about the middle 80s, and we'll waver there as those showers and storms move through. If you want to see some fireworks tomorrow night, the Fairfield Commons Fairfield Commons, will have their fireworks at 10 p.m. And there may be a pop-up shower storm still left over, so check that radar before you go. Heading into the rest of the weekend, we'll be dry on Sunday, and we'll see lowering humidity for early next week. We're back to the low to mid-80s through Thursday.
Just imagine tubing on snow in one part of the Miami Valley. Why a man who owns a certain piece of land still needs to have the okay before this idea becomes reality. We'll take you there on the other side of the break.
Storm Center 7, the fastest weather alerts to keep you safe.